Secretary C.H. Virendra refutes a recent notification about cancellation of Class 11th and 12th examination as hoax. India reports above 366,000 new COVID-19 cases and above 353,000 recoveries in 24 hours. Rolled out of recently approved anti-COVID oral drug 2-deoxy-D-glucose 2-DG developed by DRDO and Dr. Reddy's lab by May 11. And the BJP leader Hemanta Biswa Sharma sworn in as the 15th Chief Minister of Assam at Srimanta Sankadeva Kalakshetra. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin and I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM with you. Before we start our bulletin, Impact TV would like to appeal to all our viewers to wash your hands properly, wear your masks properly and maintain a safe distance from one another and vaccinate yourself if you are eligible for it. Please remember that the fight against the COVID-19 is not over yet. Now the news in details. A fake notification by a Council of Higher Secondary Education Manipur about the promotion of Class 11 and 12 students is going viral. COSEM's Secretary C.H. Virendra has refuted the fake notification. In a telephonic conversation with Impact News today, C.H. Virendra clarified that there is no decision taken so far regarding promotion of Class 11 and 12 students. He said COSEM has no connection whatsoever with the viral fake notification. The COSEM Secretary said the matter has been reported to cybercrime police to take legal actions against the perpetrators who issued the notice. He appealed to the public not to trust the fake circulation.
Social media class 11 amadi class 12 ki examination si je promotion pi la gan hena ojagi khoye ka loina na se ma thongai si ji bu sum baja na tra kamai dai bunu social media dagi koi aiso khamjere ayam na sum kana tor ko dagi thagana ro ko dagi chagi barel ro ko dagi aiso khamjere hari ba potu to sembagi di fake wai ga doini sembagi di fake ni madu koi na sagi ai gi soi tor ga jo tarik 27 4 ai na lai le adu ga mana somda notice na tor ga tor 9 May na tole dagi khena ba dagi dum fake ni ha ba dum do koi na ju khamjere adu ga foki ba ju lai te param di ji COVID-19 na maram war kan da pandemic maram war kan da office no ka ba kot pa ji am section na tor ga koi ni amani na tor ga mi section nam ga ma ni ka ba ri hen adagi project ka fuse lai bani na doing je sa gi la ko kot para pa de yaw ni na du ba koi na foki ba kot ba lai ta bani ma ju fake ni na ai dagi ke ma dagi tham ja du ga hojik je ko social media ma fake ona thado bu je thengna ni miyam du samam na ba pok na ba ozai cha ta ju sengbu de sengdo bu ado simai thaga ni ba mi ngai si de ozai cha ta gi police da ko cyber crime da kai da report to lai ga da koi bi ju ji koi cyber crime da koi kano fa lo song na ba koi kan na ku ji koi kano cyber crime officer sa na ba na to du ga cyber crime da koi na fa lo so ga mi do pha na ba koi gi cha ta gi kan na ji se hona je oda du ga keno ne la ro bi lo na da khang je hojik phaw we na koi class 11 na ma si class 12 examination si je do pang thok pa na traga na koi gi promotion pi bi je khana ba lai bi bra kamai le ma si ta cheng ba gi ding sa gi ko men na koi gi mathak ta ko men lai ri ko men ga toraga decision do loraga ji lai ri ba all india gi oina lai ba film ji da to bu ya da bi na pandemic na maram mor kan da ma si koi gi lai ri ba film ji da ko na ho ji ha na program thok ki ber du ma du all india ko men gi ku we loraga koi gi na to gi schedule to ne na cancel to ji ban adu gi schedule to ba ta ga jo ko men gi da show da toraga koi notification nung thok ga ni adu ma ra tham ho ji phaw ne promotion bi bi khana ba ji de lai te ko da adu gi tap ta ba koi phirem lai ji oh ya no ai ja no da
RIMS Hospital has formed a RIMS COVID committee to tackle the rising number of COVID-19 second wave cases in the state. Emergency casualty of the hospital has been converted into COVID intermediate zone for the treatment of COVID-19 patients. 10 special ICU beds, 62 normal beds, 17 extra beds and 30 beds at intermediate zone are kept in the hospital for the treatment of COVID patients, while the treatment of the emergency non-COVID patients earlier carried out at RIMS casualty has been shifted to OPD of the hospital. Impact News reporter Chom Vinod held a telephonic conversation with RIMS Medical Superintendent Dr. H. Priyosakhi about the same.
Ngarang phongakpadane itang atoi bam laigibana akoina data pibasida PDP raga koi casualty da intermediate highway sida pura positive oibagi yadabadagi akoi singe casualty da lakpagi ki oiba yamandana ne as emergency oina ward mati hangdoktraga su intermediate zone aina adu ama hangdoeba matam khara lairaga ward che hanga pusindiba adu da around 30% lom laieba ko positive se koina high di high raga phajana year mark ta hudra कोई लो लाएब नोडल ऑफिसर करेक्ट तौ हाईगी अदुगी दो यावरगदी अखोनी हेंदोरिब अराउंड से 119 120 अदुमाइन लाक्तोइनेबा जेनिम्सना ngara aina haike yengbo 93 layer सीजदना 104 layer ऑक्सीजन चाबसिना अकोई सिंगरांग से आई नोडल ऑफिसर ना थागल को आईसी और आईटी रोम ऑक्सीजन द लेबा अदु सो द मासोम द ngaraang ई सेटकॉम में ना ता थागल को ददी अकोई द यांखरी सुदरे खतंग चेने दो आइना खतंग नोडल ऑफिसर द माइना तौरगा सीरियसली खरा करेक्ट तौ ना हापो ना हाई हाई खरे कोई हानदी 72 से रिफ्लेक्ट तौर को लेबदा यादबदगी एक्स्ट्रा बेने कैजुअलिटी ने हांगदोरपा सिदा ऑफिशियल ओरिडी फजना हांग announce the patient need to be emergency COVID management committee, COVID treatment committee, COVID treatment committee mainly anesthesia, medicine department, chest medicine. More combined patient my see and common pool discussion chest medicine anesthesia medicine homes common pool कोई अदुम लेजेबा सी ट्रीटमेंट ना इंडिया गवर्नमेंट दिसु यारमार्क तवले अदुदगी अखोगी रिमसर याम मॉडिफाई तव नते प्लस माइनस डिपेंड्स ऑन सिविरिटी को अदुमाइन तवगा मोइन ट्रीटमेंट से तवबा.
Speaking to Impact News, RIMS Medical Superintendent Dr. H. Priyosakhi blamed public recklessness for the second wave of COVID-19 in the state and added that awareness can't prevent the disease. She said imposition of the curfew is an effective move to curb the COVID-19 pandemic.
To government side to honorable CM na sumu hai dunia koi public awareness se akoi ji irai laiba na hawai ko aha bahuruk padane yamna hojiti ka tau phare akoi na security na laina ne covid patient jinja kana tau akoi ka tawra ka ka da bani ko ka da bani kai taw na ham aham kan web na khaki hai ba ai phuba tawra ka nan tho ke ka taw ko phana bagum ba adum ma jahana khare yawra me hojiti ka tang ke kai no da moi hojisi khalak re se patient party kano su public su ka tang aduna public si understand to yam da ka lai hoji se kano ka tawise akoi curfew ka thamise yam farabane aduna tragadi ai se positive way su losan laga ne adum thokba aduda hanta kisna mu ana de yamna longna ka le su hai ne ba aduna amaga longna ba se akoi ne careless khara oibadagi henji brana khalle ina kalise akoi na ka checksil amagadi adum khatang helambani aduna ai di general public ta yam checksin bi oina hainingi to
RIMS Medical Superintendent Dr. H. Priyosakhi said efforts are being made to increase the number of beds to accommodate more COVID-19 patients at RIMS hospitals. She reminded that even Chief Minister Nongthuam Biren had instructed nodal officers to increase the number of beds. Dr. Priyosakhi, however, expressed concern that oxygen supply should also be increased with more number of beds.
ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯂꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯥꯟꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯂꯩ ꯑꯣꯅꯔꯦꯕꯜ CMꯒ ꯚꯔꯆꯨꯋꯦꯜ ꯃꯤꯇꯤꯡ ꯇꯧꯕꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯅꯣꯗꯦꯜ ꯑꯣꯐꯤꯁꯥꯔꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯈ꯭ꯔꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯣꯟꯂꯤ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯁꯤꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯖꯦꯟꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯥꯏꯌꯦꯕ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯖꯦꯟꯁꯦ ꯑꯌꯥꯝꯕꯅ ꯁꯤ ꯉꯔꯥꯡ 120 ꯔꯣꯝ ꯂꯩꯕꯗꯨꯗ 80 ꯑꯣꯟ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯖꯦꯟꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯅꯦꯕ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯁꯦ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯖꯦꯟꯁꯨ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯝꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯩꯗꯅꯀꯣ ꯐꯪꯉꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯋꯥꯅ ꯐꯪꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯀꯟꯐ꯭ꯌꯨꯖꯟꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯅꯍꯥꯟꯃꯨꯛꯀꯤ ꯋꯦꯠꯅ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯖꯦꯟꯁꯦ ꯆꯥꯗꯕ ꯍꯟꯗꯛꯀꯤ ꯋꯦꯠꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯖꯦꯟꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯥꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯤꯅꯦ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅꯕꯨꯗꯤ ꯒꯣꯔꯃꯦꯟꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯗꯤꯃꯥꯟ ꯇꯧꯕꯗ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯐꯤꯠ ꯇꯧꯋꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯖꯦꯟꯁꯦ ꯋꯥꯠꯇꯅꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯔꯛꯏ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯒ꯭ꯌꯥꯁ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯥꯟ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯤꯔꯛꯑꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜ ꯀꯟꯁꯜꯇꯦꯟꯅ ꯃꯣꯅꯤꯇꯔ ꯇꯧꯔꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯦꯁꯤꯁꯇꯦꯟꯒ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗꯨꯅ ꯕꯦꯗꯁꯨ ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯂꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯂꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯕꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤ ꯂꯩ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯍꯥꯟꯅꯁꯨ ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯂꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯆꯦ ꯑꯃꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯂꯛꯄꯒꯤꯗꯤ
14-bedded COVID isolation ward has been opened at Jivant Hospital, Kaching. Speaking to Impact News, Managing Director of the hospital, Dr. Y. Ashokkumar, said that the hospital produced 10 D-type oxygen cylinders daily to aid the treatment of COVID-19 patients. He said that the isolation ward was necessitated as COVID-19 active cases in Kaching district crosses 200 mark. Dr. Y. Ashokkumar added that the hospital welcomed any ailing patients. He said COVID and non-COVID patients are being provided treatment at the hospital in separate blocks.
Yam kana Kaching si hana ako yam na leram de corona si mamangi first phase da corona si to matab da Kaching si number 8 9 da district mayam si mar kale ramani hanak si Kaching da aduki matik corona na bagi masing si hangalai no moda yam dra da Kaching ako jiban hopsal si da nipan da gina train pan bho ni positive bagi sang si maina lei aduna si sang si sum hangalai ibnina atang kharadi maina hangal khini si bho da koi tight over tona ba oxygen walak pagi problem si laktana ba amadi first primary and secondary health care pina do khona bagi level si bauti jiban hosana masigi thodang loge hana akoi clubna akoi jiban hosagi staff treatment na determine to duna asina di akoi face to duna masi situation si tai over to da kanda asi mayam si kitang settle to di bauti mating pangge hana lepsa
Chief Secretary in charge M.S. Kant along with Vishnupur DC Krishna Kumar, SP Priyadarshini and the CMO Dr. Gojendro today inspected initiatives taken in the district to treat COVID-19 patients. The team inspected Vishnupur District Hospital, the Lokoipad COVID Care Center, other centers and the vaccination center open at the Oinam PHC. Are reportedly stigmatizing nurses who were on duty attending to COVID-19 patients. They are being prohibited from entering their respective homes. Speaking to Impact News, President of Trained Nurses Association of India, TNAI, Manipur State Branch and Tangbi appealed to appreciate the contributions of nurses in fighting the pandemic and not to discriminate them ever.
yamna luraba yamna panic koiraba yamna aki akhangdana thallaba punamangna kidana asigumlaba yamna luraba yamna panic koiraba yamna aki akhangdana thallaba punamangna kidana lengaraba sigumba tanja asida medical gi profession gi field da lejariba nursing sing aduga doctor sing frontline koi warrior oina lebiriba koi punamangna haiba covid-19 se koi punna lantheng minagadabani haidana aki akhang yaudana seba tawjaringai maraksida haiba nursing field lariba covid-19 naraba mioyishingi damakta akhoi nurse amoina mayamgi seba tawdaba yade haidana kathokpaga loina chaba khangdagei tumba khangdagei punamak thadogamne haraga anabagi damakta koi sacrifice kalunana seba tawjariba nursing group da lariba mioy kharadi hogiksu idong nongna khuna ista lariba praja singna amadi imong manungi mioy singna laikai gi mioy singna aduga arap da chinga leiba haragasu village authority sina villager sina haiba makoise covid that duty expose tawre adna yum da sanglak piyaroi lekai se sanglak piyaroi adu haidna aki akhangaluyana yamna underestimate koge discriminate kaluyana akoina smaina mayamna tawbiba se masi tawbidana ba aihagna nurse punamaki mohsinjare haraga appeal tawjari.
Curfew imposed in 7 districts in the wake of second wave of coronavirus outbreak in Manipur entered third day today. Normal life is being affected. Roads were deserted looks and movement of people and vehicles are strictly restricted except for essential and medical emergency. Business transactions are on hold as Chapona and Thangal markets remained shut down except for medical shops. District police personnel are being deployed at strategic locations since morning. However, number of people coming out on street is high compared to yesterday in Imphal West and Imphal East district. Will continue in full swing in Kaching district today. Main markets of the district and the shops remained shut down. District police detained curfew violators and slapped fines at various areas of the district today. An ambulance carrying a COVID-19 patient has met with an accident near Thoubal HDFC Bank in Thoubal district. The accident along the National Highway number 102 Imphal More Road occurred around 8:30 p.m. yesterday. According to report from the crash site, the COVID-19 patient is identified as Sorokhaibam Amuba from the Lamding Chirapur. Press release from the Lamding Education Welfare Association (LIWA) said the road mischief occurred at the site of an under-construction culvert. Youth Development Club YDC Lamding Chirapur demanded the company responsible for the road repair to bear responsibility for the accident. The club also appealed to Thoubal DC to take measures to avoid such mishap again. Kaching MLA Mayang Lambam Rameshwar donated hand sanitizers and face masks to Community Home Isolation Center open at ITI Kaching. Isolation Center open at the Kaching Higher Secondary School and Community Home Isolation Center open at Makha High School today. High School MLA and Minister Thokchom Satyavarta today distributed COVID-19 relief items to many families of the constituencies. Food items were distributed to residents of the Yumnam Laikai Awang Leirak, Nambul Mapan, Yumnam Laikai Karam Kolup, Wangkai Koijam Laikai, Wangkai Durga Puja Lampak, Yonglan Leirak and Tokpam Laikai in High School constituency. Ward Development Committee has felicitated COVID warrior Dr. Haraba Ningthau Kongjam from Uripok Ahanthem Laikai. IMC Ward number 6 Ward Corporator Taurangbam Indrajit presented cash rewards to Dr. Haraba for his active role in battling COVID-19. Relief items were also distributed to residents of the COVID containment zone in the Langtabal constituency today. MSME National Board member and a political advisor to Rajya Sabha MP Robin Blackie donated the items. Intending candidate of the Khetragaon constituency, Wahengbam Rojit alias Bullet, presented the food items to various masjid in the constituency on the occasion of iftar. He also donated food items to families residing in COVID containment zones in the Khetragaon constituency. Ceylon Digital and NR Media carried out an awareness program on COVID-19 at Community Health Center, Wangoi today. Ceylon Digital, the producer Fanjobam Lanajid, NR Media Provider, and Rajesh and the Cylinder Still, the Field Publicity Officer KSH James, took part in the event. Public were instructed to abide by the COVID-19 related SOPs issued by the state government and health department to wear face masks and maintain social distancing at all time to ward off the disease. Manipur government failed to materialize the agreement with Atsum to announce the ADC election date by May 5 to complete the election by June 25. Press release from Additional Chief Secretary of Tribal Affairs and Hills, Letkojen Haukib, said agreement could not be released in the wake of a surge in COVID-19 active cases across the state. Acting on a tip of a combined team of Assam Rifled Mantripukri Battalion under IGAR South and Manipur Police has recovered huge gets of arms and ammunition from the Samuro in Imphal West District yesterday. Impact News sources said the team recovered 4 pistols, PEK, plastic explosives, several live bullets and 3 radio sets during the search operation. The recovered items have been handed over to Wangoi Police Station. Nungba Area Village Authority has expressed discontentment that Nungba Subdivision SDOSDM Asghar has failed to attend office for the last 3-4 months amid the tough times of the COVID-19 pandemic. A press release from the authorities also pointed out that the Nungba Community Health Center lacks basic medical equipment and facilities. The authorities urged the concerned authorities to look over the matter at the earliest. Lilong Constituency PDS nominee Makak Mayum Firdaus Ahmad has refuted the allegations charged upon local MLA Yumkhaibam Antas Khan with regards to withdrawal of rice under NAFSA meant for beneficiaries of the constituency. He said PDS items cannot be misappropriated by anyone and not even the local MLA. He said that distribution of PDS items has been delayed owing to changes in the agents and assured that PDS items will be distributed at the earliest. Firdaus Ahmad appealed to stop spreading rumors about the local MLA.
Lilong Prajamiyang Yamda Karibu Karadan Tamjari, I go in a Sagi Ching Matanga, Mayano Panghai Haina Riba, Emily in a Cheng Tokare, Emily in a Cheng Lana Sina Krehari Badu, Emily in a Cheng Topoya de Lok oil Topagi authorities Oide, Ching in Bulletin Ribagi Maramdi, Ching and then Ariba Nova Sindokin Matanga Kara, Tay Navala with the court case Amalai Maramaduna, Ching in Bulletin Gibani, Ching in Bulletin Takrabasu. Hojik nasidagi haudana jeng mayam da phangana ba lain kuri mangdu sinara no orderama thugan biduna ari be agency na cheng en bagi thabak nasidagi hauragani maramaduna mayam khudi mak machi aran ba pawasi thajabe ganu.
Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC has accused the BJP-led state government of holding back funds released under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. Speaking to media, MPCC member Serant Nikend expressed suspicion that the Rural Development and Panchayati Raj Department has failed under the BJP government. He alleged the BJP government and RD and PR minister of taking hold of the funds meant for MGNREGA beneficiaries. Saram Nikend also reminded that the Congress MLA K. Meghachandra had held a press conference and demanded the government to release the funds amounting around 5 crore rupees, and even the RD and PR Commissioner had issued order to release the fund meant for PRI members. He added that the centre yesterday released 26 crore 2 lakh rupees for panchayats in the state to aid in battling COVID-19. The MPCC member demanded to know when all these funds will reach the beneficiaries.
Hojilai BJP government asina sabsaba tarik ama pibiu 485.5 crore MGNREGA ki fund amadi 26.2 crore ahenba grant ama covid ki pibiriba masi punama se villager sing amadi PRI sing da karam matam da yogadage habase Manipur sarkar na athuba matam da miyam gi yengbiraga lauthokpiyo hojik lairiba sathariba system asida sum satharagadi akoin rural development and panchayati raj ki department ase masigi maruoina masigi leadership oibiriba masigi minister ase totally fail oiraba isagi thika khaktagi oiba aduga isagi sendal lambi khaktagi oiba aduga iska mayam amana senarabra habase khoju singna ningai oiba mong da laire maramanduna athuba matamda Manipur gi khungangi praja mayam ama thabak sujariba job card holders singi khusuman mayam ama aduga PRI sing panchayati raj institution gi representative mayam gi akhoi gi liability da lairiba material component mayam ama se loina athuba matamda thadok piu kari gumbada yam athuba matamda thadok pi da targadi PRI sing ga khusamnaraga lairiba government amadi lairiba RD and PR department ki minister gi mathakta akanba khongjong changsalakani.
Agriculture Minister Oinam Lukhoi has assured that the farmers will not face scarcity of fertilizers during Kharif season amid the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic. The ministers personally inspected the drawing of fertilizers at the fertilizers godown in Lumphil today. Speaking on the sideline, Minister Oinam Lukhoi said Manipur government is trying its best to contain the second wave of coronavirus pandemic. He maintained that adequate fertilizers has been imported from the neighboring states under the initiative of Manipur Chief Minister to ensure that farmers in the state do not face scarcity of fertilizers during this Kharif season. Old Manipur Veterinary and Animal Husbandry Field Assistant Employees Union has claimed that the recent appointment of an IAS officer as director of the veterinary department has hindered processing of pensioners' benefited leave salary, general providence fund, final withdrawals, etc. The union urged the state government to take necessary measures to ease their plights at the earliest, else warned of intense agitation. A young man was found hanging from a tree inside the campus of Dhanamanjuri College of Science near Science Boys Hostel today. Police sources said that the deceased is 25-year-old Paukin Gai Gangmei, son of late Gai Bamchond Gangmei of Namthalong Muzi village, Thangmeiband. Police has registered an unnatural death case. Police and the forensic team have inspected the crime scene. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on coronavirus updates in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
You are watching Impact TV. Engaging, empowering and impacting lives.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime, the English Bulletin. India has reported 366,161 new COVID-19 confirmed cases in the past 24 hours. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's COVID tally has reached 2,26,62,575 and there are 37,45,237 active cases. That total stands at 2,46,116 with the addition of 3,754 new COVID-19 fatalities. On the positive note, 3,53,818 people were discharged in the past 24 hours, rising the total recovered cases to 1,86,71,222. India's recovery rate stands at 82.39%. Maharashtra has the highest active cases of above 6,18,000 in the country. Over 17 crore 1 lakh people have been vaccinated against COVID-19 in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 15 crore 90 lakh 37,000 people. Above 33 lakh 8,000 people have died, and recoveries are above 13 crore 66 lakh 12,000. United States of America has the highest active cases of above 64 lakh 41,000 in the world, followed by India and Brazil. Recently approved by Drug Controller General of India for emergency anti-COVID oral drug 2-deoxy-D-glucose 2G, developed by Defense Research and Development Organization DRDO and Dr. Reddy's laboratories, will be available for use by March 11th. DRDO Chief G. Sathesh Reddy said that 10,000 kits of the new anti-COVID drug 2-deoxy-D-glucose will be released either on May 11th or 12th. Rate of the drug will be decided by Dr. Reddy's laboratory. The CGI gave a note for the drug produced by DRDO's Institute of Nuclear Medicine and Allied Sciences INMAS in collaboration with Hyderabad-based Dr. Reddy's laboratory last Saturday. Dr. Reddy has asserted that the drug can deal with any virus strains. He said that 2-DG accumulates in the virus-infected cells and prevent virus growth by stopping viral synthesis and energy productions, and its selective accumulation in virally infected cells makes the drug unique. Center has issued an advisory on the management of fungal infections among corona patients. It said the fungus infections mucormycosis mainly affects people who are on medications that reduce their ability to fight environmental pathogens. The center said that the infections being found in COVID-19 patients with uncontrolled diabetes and prolonged ICU stay may turn fatal if uncared for. The evidence-based advisory for screening, diagnosis and management of the disease was released by the Indian Council of Medical Research and the Union Health Ministry. Warning symptoms includes pain and redness around eyes and nose, fever, headache, coughing, shortness of the breath, bloody vomit and altered mental status. Bharatiya Janata Party leader Hemanta Biswa Sharma has been sworn in as the 15th Chief Minister of Assam at the Srimanta Sankardeva Kalakshetra today. Assam Governor Jagdish Mukhi administered the oath of office and secrecy to Hemanta Biswa Sharma. The BJP leader was elected leader of both the BJP and NDA legislature party yesterday and then called on the governor at Raj Bhavan and submitted a list of elected legislatures owing allegiance to the NDA. Notably, former CM Sarvanand Sonowal, Union Agriculture and Rural Development Minister Narendra Singh Tomar, BJP National General Secretary Arun Singh, National Vice President Party in charge Assam Vijayant Jay Pandey, State Party President Ranjit Kumar Das, AGP leader Atul Bora and Kesav Mahanta and UPPL leader Pramod Boro accompanied Sharma to the Raj Bhavan. The BJP leader had called Sharma and Sonowal to Delhi on Saturday to finalize the CM's name. It is being said that Sonowal will now return to centre as an alternate leadership position will be given to him. 52-year-old Sharma, in his address after being elected unanimously, was effusive in his praise for Sonowal and described his tenure as unblemished without a single charge of corruption or any other allegations. The BJP leader, who owned his early raise to two former chief ministers from Congress, had to toil for many years with the dogged determination to achieve his goal. World of Sports. Virat Kohli late team India will square off against Kent Williamson's New Zealand in the inaugural ICC World Test Championship final next month. The two teams qualified for the final by the virtue of the finishing and the top two in the WTC points table with 520 points. India ended up as the table topper. The final of the marquee event will be played at Rose Bowl Cricket Stadium in the Southampton from June 18 till 22. The Board of the Control of the Cricket in India, BCCI, has announced a 20-member Indian squad for the championship. The same squad will then face host England in the subsequent 5-match test series in August-September. The first test match will be held at the Trent Bridge Cricket Ground from August 4 till the 8th. Second match will be held at Lord Cricket Stadium from August 12 to 16. Third match will be held at Haddongley Cricket Ground from August 25 till 29, while the fourth match will be held at Oval Cricket Ground from September 2 till 6, and the fifth match will be played at Old Trafford Cricket Ground. Host England and Wales Cricket Board have made all necessary arrangements for the 5-match test series. The last shooting World Cup before the Tokyo Olympics will be held in Osijek, Croatia from June 22nd till July 3rd. The combined World Cup is being organized in place of the one earlier scheduled to be held in Baku, which was cancelled due to a surge in COVID cases in that country. The program will include individuals, mixed team and team champion competition in rifled, pistol and shotgun Olympic event. Indian team of 27 members including rifles, pistol, shotgun, shooters, coaches and the support staff will leave for Zagreb, Croatia tomorrow to participate in the championship. The squad will remain stationed at Osijek until the Olympic Games begin. The Indian team has already received the first and second dose of COVID-19 vaccine shots in New Delhi. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. COSEM, the Secretary C.H. Virend refutes a recent notification about cancellation of Class 11 and 12 examinations as hoax. India reports about 3,66,000 new COVID-19 cases and about 3,53,000 recoveries in 24 hours. Rollout of recently approved anti-COVID oral drug 2-deoxy-D-glucose 2-DG developed by DRDO and Dr. Reddy's left by May 11th. And BJP leader Himanta Biswa Sharma sworn in as the 15th Chief Minister of Assam at Srimanda Sankardeva Kalakshetra. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is prime-timed Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Until then, have a great evening and always stay safe.